I think they're off. There they come into view. Carousel, Anna, and Lappy Tappy heads apart. They've got about a furlong to go. Lappy Tappy and Carousel Anna. Carousel Anna with a slight advantage now as they come to the top of the stretch. Carousel Anna and Lappy Tappy at the top of the stretch. And here they come. It's Lappy Tappy now in front on the inside. Carousel Anna making a run on the outside. Lappy Tappy by about a half a length. Carousel Anna trying to get there. Lappy Tappy's going to take this one down. Lappy Tappy by a length over Carousel Anna.
And here they come. It's Lappy Tappy now in front on the inside. Carousel Anna making a run on the outside. Lappy Tappy by about a half a length. Carousel Anna trying to get there. Lappy Tappy's going to take this one down. Lappy Tappy by a length over Carousel Anna.
Okay.
Small pony race is now official. Your winner, number 2, Lappy Tappy.
They're off. They come into view, that's Prince Caspian, and time flies, heads apart for the lead, some links back to Frisky Business, Tally Banana, and One Stinky Pony. At the top of the stretch, it's still Prince Caspian showing the way. Prince Caspian and time flies. They come down the stretch, it's Elabroti on Prince Caspian. Time flies trying to get there, but he's not going to catch Prince Caspian today. Prince Caspian, time flies. One Stinky Pony, Frisky Business, and Tally Ho Banana.
They come down the stretch, it's Elabroti on Prince Caspian. Time flies trying to get there, but he's not going to catch Prince Caspian today. Prince Caspian, time flies. One Stinky Pony, Frisky Business, and Tally Ho Banana.
And wait, stay there. Great.
How'd it go?
Well, in the beginning, One Stinky Pony sort of they let him go and he took off in circles.
Hang on, wait a second. I thought he was going to stop talking. So anyway, so we had a false start.
Yeah, they let One Stinky Pony go and he just kind of ran around in circles. It was hard for her to stop him. But after that, they just held on to him and we all kind of took off. And then I just ended up going next to Ross Mace. And then we went like maybe halfway and he went, my pony went, Casper went faster and just kind of left, I guess.
Well, it looks like you guys were dueling at the finish.
Yeah, I couldn't see him anymore, and Casper always wants to slow down here because all his friends are here.
Right.
He just doesn't feel like it, and so I slowed down a little bit there, but that was it.
All right, good ride.
Yes, I do. I actually do have a good view of them now. They're off.
Baldwin, Myrick on top. Rudy right there on the inside. Mookie Monster on the outside. They come to the top of the stretch. Modernly Myrick and John Murphy show the way. Mookie Monster trying to get there. There they come at the top of the stretch. It's a mad dash between Modernly Myrick and Mookie Monster. These two are doing it out down the stretch. Now Mookie Monster moves up to take the lead. Mookie Monster and Modernly Myrick. Under the influence is next, followed by Super Sally, Strawberry, Truster, and Lucy.
Top of the stretch is a mad dash between Modernly Myrick and Mookie Monster. These two are doing it out down the stretch. Now Mookie Monster moves up to take the lead. Mookie Monster and Modernly Myrick. Next, followed by
Oh!
Great job. And Chris, remember to widen that and get everybody.
They trained the pony, and I got to ride her a few times, and then, yes, so we came up here, and Lauren did all the training for her, though, so.
All right, well, looked like you had fun out there.
Thanks, yeah, it was great. It was good.
They're trying to steal this. They're walking in. They're off. Flicker out to the early lead. Laffy Taffy's getting there. Oh, we've got a lost rider. Laffy Taffy now takes over the lead, followed by Tony the Pony. It's going to be Laffy Taffy and Lucas Seitzer at the wire, followed by Tony the Pony and Evelyn Javonin.
They're walking in. They're off. Flicker out to the early lead. Laffy Taffy's getting there. Oh, he's got a lost rider. Laffy Taffy now takes over the lead, followed by Tony the Pony. It's going to be Laffy Taffy and Lucas Seitzer at the wire, followed by Tony the Pony and Evelyn Javonin.
His treats before the last race, he would have been standing still.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
They're off. Forward Barton jumps out to the early lead, followed by Written Approval and Great Halo. They make their way to the first fence. Forward Barton gets there first. Great Halo is next. Written Approval on his outside. Tumultuous and Idol Maker. On their way to the second fence, that's Voller Bar Lee in front. Forward Baldwin by about 6. Great Halo and Whitman Fogle heads apart in second and third, followed by Tumultuous and Idolmaker. Out of sight they go. That was Forward Baldwin in front. Back in the view, that's Forward Baldwin on top. Whitman Fogle down on the inside. Great Halo is actually in second. Few back to Whitman Approval. Tumultuous now moving up to closer fourth and Idolmaker. Forward Baldwin in front as they turn and head out to the backside. Great Halo now moves up and takes the lead. He's got a battle by a length over Forward Baldwin, Tumultuous, Whitman Approval, and Idolmaker. They move on to the next. Great Halo still in front. Baldwin just about a half a length off for him. But Tumultuous next, followed by Whitman Approval and Idolmaker. All over that next fence. Baldwin back in front, followed by Great Halo, who's right on his heels. Tumultuous, Whitman Approval and Idolmaker. Up along the backside they go. Great Halo with the lead. Beauregard Louise next. Tumultuous right up over them. Whitman Approval now moves up into third as they make that far turn. It's Great Halo by about 2. Beauregard Louise is next. Great Halo. Make it 3 lengths. Back to Beauregard Louise. Whitman Approval right on his outside. Those two are heads apart. It's a 3 back to Tumultuous and another 4 back to Idolmaker. Great Halo in front. By about 3. Over Beauregard Louise, and it's 2 back to Whitman Approval as they go out of sight. They're back in the view. Great Halo has opened up about 15 on Beauregard Louise, and it's about 5 back to a quick-moving Tumultuous in third. Whitman Approval now moving up on his inside and Idolmaker. At this next fence, that's Great Halo jumping well in the lead. Beauregard Louise next, followed by Tumultuous. Whitman Approval now moving up on the inside and Idolmaker. Great Halo by about 20 over that stone wall. Beauregard Louise next, Tumultuous, Whitman Approval, and Idolmaker as they head down the backside. Back in the view, that's still Great Halo. It's at least a 20, and they're a 30-length lead now. Beauregard Louise next, Whitman Approval, Idolmaker, and Tumultuous. They got 4 fences to go. If Great Halo can hold up, he's a winner today, but he's got 4 to go and 4 anxious horses behind him. Great Halo with the lead. But it's a diminishing lead now. Beauregard Louise and Whitman Approval trying to get there. They've got 2 fences to go. Back in the view, that's Great Halo. Nobody else in sight yet, but here comes Idolmaker and Whitman Approval. 1 fence to go for Great Halo. Idolmaker trying to make a run, but it's going to have to be a big one. Great Halo and Toronto McKenna in front, coming to us. Idolmaker now trying to make a move on his own side. Great Halo and Idolmaker at the last. Idolmaker gets there first. Great Halo is next, followed by Whitman Approval. Idolmaker going away at the finish line. Still in the shy. Lots of horse there. Great Halo, written approval, tumultuous, and Boulevard Lee pulls up.
Thank you so very much.
They're off. Look like Classy Rascal off first, followed by Bug-Eyed Willie and Port Moresby. They move to the first fence. Classy Rascal with the lead. Followed by Port Moresby, Plenty Coup, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Spectacular Squirrel. Back into view, that's Classy Rascal by about 10. Followed by Port Moresby, Plenty Coup, as they go out of sight. Back into view, that's Classy Rascal up on the upper side, Port Moresby's next. Followed by Spectacular Squall, now in second, Port Moresby, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Plenty Coup. Classy Rascal shows the way as they make this turn to head out into the country. Spectacular right there on his heels, followed by Port Moresby, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Plenty Coup. Over that next fence, Classy Rascal still shows the way. Spectacular Squirrel next, Port Moresby, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Plenty Coup. A tough fence there for somebody like, everybody's still on top though. Classy Rascal shows the way, followed by Spectacular Squirrel, Port Moresby, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Plenty Coup as they head up the backside. Classy Rascal still in front. Spectacular Squirrel next, Port Moresby, Bug-Eyed Willie, and Plenty Coup. They jump that last fence up the far back side, head into the turn, that's Classy Rascal in front. Spectacular Squall about 3 blanks back, another couple to Port Moresby, then it's about 6 to Bug-Eyed Willie, and another 2 to Plenty Coup. At the next fence, that's Classy Rascal first to get over there, jumping well in second with Spectacular Squall. As they go out of sight, that's Classy Rascal by about 5 over Spectacular Squall, number 3 back to Port Moresby. Back into view, Kliski Rascal by about 3 or 4. Spectacular Squall is next, another 3 to Port Moresby. Couple more to Bug-Eyed Roy and 2 more to Plenty Coup. Plenty of time for any one of these horses to make up ground on our leader as they get to this next. That one is Kliski Rascal with a very dodgy fence there, but still in the lead by about 2 over Spectacular Squall. Port Moresby's next, Bug-Eyed Roy, and now making a move on the inside. Plenty Coup as they get to the stone wall. Kliski Rascal as they head down the backside with the lead. Spectacular Squall was next, followed by Port Moresby. They got 5 fences to go. Kliski Rascal shows the way.
I don't know anything about it. He's green. This is his second start.
Kliski Rascal first over that fence. His lead is about 3 over Port Moresby. Next is Spectacular Squall, but they're all bunching up now. 4 fences to go. Kliski Rascal showing the way. Kliski Rascal's in front, but his lead is now 1 length. Kliski Rascal and Port Moresby as they head down the head of the third list. Kliski Rascal still with about a half-length lead over Port Moresby. Everybody bunching up now with 2 to go. They come to the second list. Port Moresby and Kliski Rascal will get there first. Kliski Rascal first over Spectacular Squall, now moving between horses and Port Moresby. They head to the last. Kliski Rascal with the lead. Kliski Rascal and Port Moresby now up there to challenge. They're all going to be tight. It's Port Moresby and Kliski Rascal down the wire. Port Moresby, Kliski Rascal trying to get back there. Port Moresby, Kliski Rascal, Plenty Coup.
Good, yeah. I mean, it's an awkward course and he's a big horse, so I was thinking he might struggle, but he handled the bends very well, actually. Really, really well. And the fence is all right nice. They're all set up well, so.
Big fences out there. No?
Some big ones, yeah. He learned a bit more today than he did at Cheshire last week, so it did him no harm.
And where are you pointing after this?
I think they're pointing towards Winterthur, as far as I know, Rich's plans,
Nope.
but you never make any solid plans with horses, but...
No big Maryland races?
Not yet. That's only his second start over Timber, so...
Oh my.
Roth and the Eagle Flies out to the early lead, followed by Professor Maxwell, Haddocks, Elusive Prince, and Twigger. They move to the first fence. That's and the Eagle Flies showing the way. Professor Maxwell right up on his quarters, followed by Haddocks, Elusive Prince, and Twigger. They make that far down. It was and the Eagle Flies by about 2 lengths. They move on to the second fence. That's still and the Eagle Flies showing away. It's about 7 back to Professor Maxwell right on his heels is Haddix. About 2 back to Elusive Prince, who's now moving up on the inside, followed by 12 Do. And the Eagle Flies is in front by about 6 as they go out of sight. They're all over that fence. They'll be in the view momentarily here. With the Eagle Flies in front, followed by Professor Maxwell, Haddix, Elusive Prince, and 12 Do. They're all over that fence. And the Eagle Flies, Billy Meister showing away. Professor Maxwell right there in second, making about 3 back. Haddix down on his side, Elusive Prince on the outside, and 12 Do. As they head down to the outer loop, that's and the Eagle Flies by about 3 of it. Professor Maxwell, Elusive Prince is next, followed by Haddix and 12 Do. That's and the Eagle Flies first over the next fence, followed by Professor Maxwell, Elusive Prince, Haddix, and 12 Do. They head to this next, that's still and the Eagle Flies first over, followed closely now by Professor Maxwell, another 2 back to Elusive Prince, Haddix right on his quarters, and 12 Do. They make that turn, and the Eagle Flies still showing the way. And the Eagle Flies by about 2 over Professor Maxwell. Make that 3. Next is Haddix, Elusive Prince, and 12 Do. But those horses all now tightly bunched. 12 Do has now made a big move up in the second. So we've got and the Eagle Flies about 2 back to 12 Do. Professor Maxwell down on his inside. Haddix and Elusive Prince. They move down along the woods, and the Eagle Flies is in front. Haddix has now moved up into second. 12 Do's next, Professor Maxwell and Elusive Prince. They're over that fence, and the Eagle Flies shows the way. And the Eagle Flies by about 2. 12 Do's back in second. 1 length back to Professor Maxwell, Haddix, and Elusive Prince. A lot of jockeying for position out there, but and the Eagle Flies has shown the way from start to this point. Back in the view, and the Eagle Flies by about 3 over 12 Do, another 3 to Professor Maxwell, 2 to Elusive Prince, and about 3 more to Haddix as they cross the driveway and head to this next fence. And the Eagle Flies. 12 Do moves up into a closer second, and Professor Maxwell, Haddix jumping very well in the fourth there, moves up along Professor Maxwell's inside. And the Eagle Flies as they head to the stone wall. 12 Do right there in second. Professor Maxwell, Haddix, and Elusive Prince. They've got 5 fences to go. Is that the Eagle Flies? Haddix has pulled up. They're tightly bunched over that fence, and the Eagle Flies, Professor Maxwell, and 12 Do, and about 3 back to Elusive Prince with 4 fences to go. Just a half length separating those first 3. Now, and the Eagle Flies opens up once again to about 2 over 12 Do. 12 Do jumping brilliantly there, right on the Eagles, and the Eagle Flies tails. Professor Max is still right there. Anybody's horse race, but it's on the Eagle Flies at this point. 12 Do and Professor Maxwell. And they come into sight to have 2 fences to go. And the eagle flies and Twirl and Professor Maxwell all across the track together. And the eagle flies first over that second to last fence. Still shows the way. Twirl and Professor Maxwell has the part in second and third. They come to the last. That's still in the eagle flies, but Professor Maxwell is trying to get there, so it's Twirl are all going to get there at the same time. Professor Maxwell jumps the lead. Twirl is trying to beat him. Twirl now in the lead. Professor Maxwell, Twirl by a half over Professor Maxwell, and the eagle flies, and the Elusive Prince.
Horse on the course.
Keep the course clear. We still have a finisher.
Like to have horses making their way to the paddock for today's Foxhunters race.
Did you have a good time?
Had a very good time. He's a fun horse, so had a blast.
So, any strategy that Billy gave you?
He said I could be up handy with him if I wanted, so I jumped off and just set in behind and worked my way up about halfway through, and he was jumping great. So he's a pro, so he takes care of you, and then tracked Billy the rest of the way around, and three of us come to the last, and he's good. So.
Yeah. Ogden Dunes after the early lead, followed by Liz the Cat. They approach his first fence. The Cat's the first to get there, followed by Ogden Dunes. Couple lengths separate these two. They're not moving too quickly, but they're moving on to the second fence. Rear of the Cat in front, followed by Ogden Dunes. There they are back in sight. That's Rear of the Cat under a tight hold in front, leading by about a length and a half over Ogden Dunes. They're both safely over that next fence, heading down to the third. Rear of the Cat on top, followed by Ogden Dunes. They get to that next fence. That's Rear of the Cat showing the way. They come to the fourth. Rear of the Cat and Sarah Schaefer show the way. Ogden Dunes is next. Both jump all over that fence. Rear of the Cat on top.
I just suspect he's trying to jump right behind her.
They make this turn and head out into the outside part of the course. Rear of the Cat by about a length over Ogden Dunes.
Too late.
They make their way to this next fence. Ogden Dunes now in front by about 3 over rear of the cat. Both over that one well, heading to the next. Ogden Dunes will get there first, followed by rear of the cat. Ogden Dunes is now in front by about 5 lengths as they make that far turn. Ogden Dunes and Becky Dang now showing the way, 6 lengths back to rear of the cat. Do you see him? Ogden Dunes is in front, followed by rear of the cat as they head up the back side. They're picking it up a little bit now. Ogden Dunes showing the way, followed by rear of the cat. They head down along the woods. Ogden Dunes now by about 20 over rear of the cat. Ogden Dunes over that fence. Rear of the cat's next. They're both over. Ogden Dunes by about 20 over rear of the cat as they head out of sight. Back in the view, that's Ogden Dunes with a very comfortable lead over rear of the cat. Make it about 50 or 60 lengths. Ogden Dunes flying as he crosses the driveway down there, heading to the next fence. Ogden Dunes in front by about 60, jumping very well as he heads up the hill into the stone wall. He'll get to the stone wall, rear of the cat's over that fence. Ogden Dunes is over the wall, rear of the cat some 60 back. All over that one, they've got 5 to go. Becky Dang and Ogden Dunes flying on the front end. They get to that next fence, that's still Ogden Dunes. Lead is still 50 lengths over rear of the cat. They make that far turn, Ogden Dunes showing the way, and rear of the cat. They've got 4 fences to go. Ogden Dunes in front, make it 40. Ogden Dunes in front. They've got 3 fences to go. The lead's now about 25. Ogden Dunes in front with 3 to go. Rear of the cat is next. Over that fence, they've got 2 to go. Ogden Dunes should appear first here. Rear of the cat will be next. Ogden Dunes now in the view with 2 to go. Rear of the cat, though, is closing ground. Ogden Dunes in front by about 6-7 lengths. They've got 1 fence to go. Becky Dang is opening up a little bit now. Rear of the cat is trying to get there. Rear of the cat is coming. Ogden Dunes and rear of the cat bump there in front of the last fence. Rear of the cat gets there right with Ogden Dunes, and it's a race to the wire. Ogden Dunes and rear of the cat. Ogden Dunes and rear of the cat. It's going to be close. Ogden Dunes by a head over rear of the cat.
Awesome.
All right, guys, you ready? You ready? Here it is. Thank you very much.